evening, race fans. Good evening, world. It's Marky B here, aka the Scruffy Top. Welcome you along to Gen X Racing once again. And tonight, for your viewing dedication, we have. Oh God, he says, having not got. Not gone to the right page. There we are. Lovely stuff. We have 23 laps at Croix B reverse, which I love the Croix tracks, but myself and Splatter will be arguing about how to say it for most of the evening. We have 23 laps this evening, taking us to 100.97 miles. It's a 3-lap minimum tyre stint, which could be interesting. The pit window is the end of lap 4, interestingly, and closing at the end of lap 20. The available tyres are racing softs and hards, and the mandatory tyres are racing softs and hards. We're starting at night, but doesn't look very dark to me. The weather is S18, which is quite why we need so many sunny weather configurations is beyond me. And the time dilation is times 18, so we should be moving from night through the night into the morning and into the day, which will be lovely. So, racing for you this evening, we have New Boy, whose PSN name is far too long for me to reasonably use, so he's actually known as Wixie on Discord. So this is Wixie. He's from Kent, I believe he's 47. He races for MRL, I believe, as well. So welcome aboard, Wixie, and you're doing a cracking job so far, mate. Have a great first race with us. In second, we got Wrenchy in the... Wixie is in the My Beloved McLaren. Wrenchy is in the Honda NSX. We have Sammy, driver of the day from Monday, in the BMW M6. We have King Racer in the Nissan GTR. Slowest Engine in the Nissan Silhouette thingy. Seems to be doing better for him tonight. Good stuff. We have Viney in the Porsche. We have Viva España in the Ferrari. We have Devlin in the Genesis X, and Nikki in the BMW M6. But he does seem to be struggling with it a little bit. Not like Nikki at all. So you'll probably sort of put a blinder in the last lap. So that's, we only got 9 racing tonight. And no Justin, so hope you're okay, Justin. Good evening, James. Thank you so much for joining. And joining me is everybody's favourite person from the Isle of Sheppey. Yes, indeed, he's back, Splatter fans. It's Splatter. Good evening, Rob.
Bonjour, mon ami. Marlene.
Beautifully done. Beautifully done. So,
how are you doing?
As I said, feeling very lethargic, but somewhat buoyed by the fact that we're up to 176 subscribers, so plus 1 since Monday, I think. So lovely stuff.
So another influx. Awesome.
Well, yes, 1 is as big as our influxes get. How are you, my friend?
I'm ever the optimist. 1 is better than none.
Well, true.
It's
Absolutely.
It's quality and not quantity. Well, actually, no, that's not true. With subscribers, it's definitely about the quantity, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Definitely about the quantity.
Come on, you bastards! Sign up.
Sign up. Get your wife's phone. Get your friends' phones. Everything. Just sign them up to it. Turn off notifications. It doesn't matter. Just get us the subscribers.
I'll wander up and down the street with a sandwich board and see if that gets anywhere.
Absolutely. So, a New Boy seems to be doing quite well thus far. 1.1 seconds in, and it is a long lap, and he's up on this lap as well, so well done.
Pug 205 _ M16.
Yeah, see, that
sounds like my... that sounds like the sort of password I'm prompted to enter when I'm, creating one online.
Yes, exactly. Would you like a really strong password suggestion?
That's the one, yes.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay,
smiley face. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is Wixie. You said.
It is indeed. Yeah.
So we've got Wixie, we've got Wrenchy, which is going to confuse me. I'm going to get them muddled up, I'm absolutely sure. All we need now is someone to come along that's Poochie. for any Simpsons fans out there.
The skateboarding dog.
That's the one. Hey, very good. I love it when someone can get my geeky references.
Indeed. Well, so we've got Wrenchy doing beautifully as well. Sorry.
Welcome aboard, Wrenchy. Yeah, 1.3 seconds to the good. Very nice.
Yeah, he's got great livery on his car as well.
A closet ringer here.
Well, he says he's a driver rating B, but that could be misleading. Obviously,
so is Mr. Reese.
Yes, so Dan is a B, but gave up the daily some time ago, as I have as well, and
just to give you the full sort of range of skill abilities in the B rating, I am also a B. So according to the game, I'm the same rating, in theory, skill level to Dan East. Just let that sink in for a second.
Yeah, but it's because it's only in dailies, isn't it? And it's so strange that I don't know why they don't do it in lobbies and stuff. Because
God knows what I'd be if it was in lobbies. I'd be. I think I would have run out of letters. It'd be onto the Greek alphabet afterwards. I wouldn't be.
E minus.
Yeah.
Or U.
Yeah.
U, ungrade. N, or U, yeah.
Yep.
Nearly or ungraded.
And then T and a C and everything else. Yeah.
No, I just... Oh dear. So we got Sammy in third after his heroic drive on Monday and winning drive of the day quite rightly, and he was absolutely overwhelmed on the chat. So I don't know if you listened back to it, but he was really, quite overwhelmed, which was lovely to see. So.
Well, again, it was one of those almost stealth-like fantastic drives. It just kind of came out a bit of left field, but he did an absolutely amazing job.
And I think he's
a cracking race.
He was sort of almost making the strategy up as he went along, and it just happened to fall for him, which he sounded more surprised than anyone. So that was absolutely wonderful stuff for Sammy. Sorry, King Racer is currently on a 211.8. Slowest engine in his what is that? It's the Nissan GTR Silhouette or something, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if it's he's doing better than he did last week, I think. So that's all good. Porsche doesn't seem to be that quick down the straight.
Well, that goal will slow him down.
Yeah. it's Viva Espana in the Ferrari, and Nicky is struggling like hell. I'm not really sure what's going on. It looks like Wixie's decided his work here is done. I should warn you, Wixie, if you're listening, that A, Rob's from Kent as well, and B, Nicky has a bit of a penchant for sticking in a really, really fast lap at the end. He's usually quicker than this, so let's have a look.
I'm not sure about having another person from Kent. This is only big enough for one of us.
There goes second. Yeah. Look, there it goes. And
there we go.
And I did put 3 minutes because I thought the lap was a lot longer. So I put 3 minutes for the. They got another 3 minutes after Croix. So they will finish this lap. Because I thought it was like a 3-minute 10 lap or something. But,
the full layout, I believe, is from memory.
Yeah. Yeah, it is about that, isn't it?
But I would struggle with this one. I don't know it in reverse. I barely know it in the normal layout.
Yeah.
So it should be interesting.
It will be interesting. Let's go on chase cam with Nicky. It's such a hard corner to get right, that long sweeping left-hander.
So just have a quick look whilst you're checking that out. It is nearly 4 seconds difference between first and ninth at the moment.
Okay.
Viva Espana currently bringing up the rear.
I'm kind of not surprised.
There is, exactly.
The pace cars are going to have it around here. The handling cars have got no chance. It's all about speed.
That is St. Croix or over. St. Croix, I should say.
St. Croix.
Croix.
St. Croix.
St. Croix.
St. Croix.
You've got to have it with that sort of that French
Well,
ironically.
If you're going to go full,
retard? Like Tropic Thunder? Yeah. You never go full
retard.
You
never go full retard.
I bloody love that film. It's so good.
Oh, my God. I've forgotten how good Robert Downey Jr. and Ben Stiller and Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise stealing the show, yeah.
Oh, Viney's gone second. Look at that.
Oh, blimey.
Okay, Nicky's just nicked it back.
Nicky's no good. Nicked it back.
Well, it was all just going on there at the end. Down. Bloody hell. Hang on. Is Viney going to make it? Viney is still with the show, but he got 6 tenths. It's going to be spread out. But it's a long track. You get this at Spa, don't you? Although people tend to know it a bit better, I guess.
Well, if
he's 0.4 up, is he going to nick it?
I'll say if Wixie has retained this position, then it's very coolly done, because he's 4 tenths is all it was between him and second.
I'm sure at no point he was worried.
No,
sitting in the pits. I think
wasn't even breaking a sweat in his VR helmet.
Yeah, okay. I think that's gone for Viney. Bad luck, Adam.
Good effort, though.
Absolutely cracking effort. I mean, these two, the second and third, were bloody miles back until the last couple of laps. Absolutely extraordinary. Wrenchy's done. Sammy's done. I think everyone's done. King Races managed to get a penalty in auto drive, which is interesting. Viva Spania. Slowish engine.
I think everyone has finished.
Everyone. Yep. And there's our man who's been sitting in the pits for 10 minutes. Happy with his lot on a 209.873.
Enjoying a can of Vimto and a Cornetto. Possibly strawberry.
Oh, God, you just reminded me. I've got some mango Soleros in the fridge. I'm going to have to go and make one of those. I forgot I bought them yesterday, stuck them in the freezer. It's the sort of thing you just forget about, isn't it? And then think, oh, Christ, I've had them years. Anyway, Gen X Racing Group 3 100 Mile Challenge, Season 50, Round 9. And on pole this evening, it's new boy, Pug205 _ MI16, or Wixie as he is now going to be known as, in the McLaren 650S, a 209.873. In second, it's Nicky in the BMW M6 on a 209.913, just the 400th of a second between them on a 4.5 mile lap. Extraordinary stuff. Well done, chaps. In third, it's Viney in the Porsche 911, a 210.5. In fourth, it's Wrenchy in the Honda NSX, a 211.1. In fifth, Sammy in the BMW M6, a 211.3. 9 thousandths ahead of King Racer in sixth in the Nissan GTR, a 211.3 also. In seventh, Viva Espana in the Ferrari 458, a 212.1. In eighth, it's Slowest Engine in the Skyline Super Silhouette 84. He was able to choose more modern cars than that. He's just chosen to challenge himself. So he's on a 212.7. And in ninth, it's Devlin in the Genesis X, a 213.1. So well done all. Right, and as I'm hosting this evening, I suppose I better ask people if they're ready.
Personally, I'd say just start it. Keep them on their toes. It'd be hilarious.
Yes, well, yes. No, I'm a nice guy, Rob. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that to them as much as I'd love to. Okay, the consensus is let's get going. No one said no, so okay, start race. Getting some rustling feedback. Yeah, God, really? I'll try and move it a bit further away from my mouth. Okay, start race. Here we go.
Nicky's lost 3/10. Poor bloke.
I just saw that. I thought, yeah, epic.
Oh, it's sort of stupid thing I would, obviously pick up on.
Okay, so here we go.
So again, Gr3, so we shouldn't have any fast starters making a dash for it.
It'd be interesting. If the Porsche is terrible, I know that much. McLaren looks good.
Said that. McLaren,
NSX was good.
Wrenchy's
flying in the NSX. In fact, they all look pretty, no particular slouches in that group, I would say. They all got away quite well.
Yeah, no dramas for the first corner at least.
So we have interesting. So who's starting on hards? We have Wixie in first starting on hards. We have Nicky starting on softs. Okay, so the McLaren was good off the line then. We have Viney on softs. We have King Racer on hards. Okay, he's up to fourth. Beautiful stuff. Viva Spania up to fifth on the hards. What is going on? Wrenchy in sixth on the softs. He's dropped right back. Sammy on the hards in seventh. Devlin on softs in eighth. And Slowest Engine on the racing hards. So a complete mix. Nicky is kind of in the lead, but kind of not.
Already, looking to
side by side.
He's got the inside line for the next corner.
And the McLaren is really good on tyres. I'm not sure about the BMW.
So interesting having Wixie starting on the hards. Do you think the strategy there is to try and back up the rest of the field as much as he can before he makes the switch?
Well, so I'm assuming he's going hards, mediums. If indeed he's...
I mean hard, softs.
Sorry, hard, softs. If indeed that is a possibility. Viney's all the way up to third, look at that.
Oh, he's had a bit of a tangle with the wall.
He has indeed. But he got away with it. There's no damage registered on his car, the lucky man. Yes, of course, no mediums available.
I'm curious about that strategy. I mean, when you start at the front, typically, and again, take this from someone who's not an expert on this by any means and pretty pathetic, but typically when you start at the front, you normally tend to start on the softs to maximise the space that you get in front of you, that you don't get caught up in the shenanigans that potentially go on behind you, so you get a chance to build up a lead, etc., etc. So what do we think here? Because he's now lost.
Viney's just gone past him. Yeah, great move from Viney there. I think he's supremely confident with his ability to come back on the softs. I assume it's going to be a 2 soft stint race.
Yeah.
Because it's tyre wear 3, so I don't know what that means in terms of...
Tyre wear looked reasonably uniform from the qualifying. It didn't look too terrible for any particular side. I think they were running about halfway down the tread after 6-ish laps.
Okay.
Memory serves.
So 6. Okay, so it's maybe going to be...
So maybe 10, 11 laps maybe on the softs? Which would... I must be... No, I can't be... No, I'm wrong. We can see it actually, yeah.
I think probably 4 or 5, because there's a minimum tyre stint of 3 laps.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that the softs are going to do that. Wrenchy's just going past Wixie now as well. Wixie and Wrenchy. Okay. So...
The new Ben.
Wixie and Wrenchy. Yeah.
I like that.
They sound like... it's almost a bit like Lee and Lance, do you remember from Harry Enfield?
Yeah.
Flies.
Or a really rubbish 90s boy band. Wixie and
Wrenchy, yeah, like Shakademus and Pliers.
Yeah. Singing Unchained Melody.
Wixie and Wrenchy. Absolutely. So just be interesting to see, because the softs are coming up for having done 2 laps, and they're easily going to do the minimum tyre stint and look like... I don't know. Maybe
so
it
maybe
is a
that's the
one-stopper.
case then. That maybe it's either a one-stop or a slightly longer session on hards. Or would you just do the medium stint and then just 2 softs? Interesting.
I think I'd prefer to finish on the softer tyre, but not if I'm absolutely miles back, because you're going to have to really push I feel like
it puts you under too much pressure to make up and take, but it certainly keeps it exciting. It's good for us. I hope it means a thrilling finale. But it's early days.
Quite so. Yes, indeed. Wonderful stuff. Okay, so we've got Nicky's 2.7 ahead of Viney, who's virtually exactly the same amount of time ahead of Wrenchy in third, who's now 2 ahead of Wixie in fourth, who's 5 ahead of King Racer in fifth, 1.5 ahead of Sammy in sixth, 4.6 ahead of Slowest Engine in seventh, who's 1.4 ahead of Viva España in eighth, who's 4 ahead of Devlin in ninth. Lovely stuff. So Nicky's away. I hope you've been preparing your witty anecdotes, Rob. Everyone's very spread out, and it's lap 3. We've got a long way to go, and not in the Smokey and the Bandit song. I expect it's going to take a very long time to get there. So,
we got a long way to go and a short time to get there. Something, Bandit Run.
Eastbound and down, 18 wheels are rolling, or whatever it is. Yeah, I watched that again. I watched that the other day, Smokey and the Bandit. Oh my God, I love that film so much.
Yes, but the main reason you like it is because of Sally Field's very nice bottom.
I think she has a very nice face as well. Actually, you don't get to see much of her bottom, but her face is she was a very attractive lady, and the whole look, I love brunettes. Don't tell Rachel. Yeah, but I love brunettes. She was.
Hi Rachel, thanks for joining the stream.
You've got no chance of her watching this. Absolutely zero. Even when I said, I had a really good one, do you want to watch it? She's like, nah. On the rare occasion.
So we can talk freely about Sally Field's bottom, is what you're saying? With no fear of reprisals.
And her top. Any bit of Sally Field, yes. We will be absolutely fine.
Well, one thing I was going to ask, because obviously last week we had your revelation, as it were, about the track looking like a rabbit with clown shoes, which I just, I could not see at all. So I'm looking at this thinking, what are we going to get from this week? Is this like a sloth in a sombrero, a platypus in a poncho? I mean, what does this one look like to you?
Right. So my controller. You want to give me a minute on that? I haven't actually thought of one for this, but I cannot honestly believe that you couldn't see that for Lago Maggiore. It's absolutely that's what they designed the track on. I'm sure someone just killed a rabbit, stuck it in a clown shoe, tipped it forward, and said we want it to look like that. It had the little bunny tail, the big ears, the pointy nose, everything. It was just Rob, I'm at a bit of a loss, frankly, mate.
Again, I want to spend a day in your brain just to see how this operates and you come up with this stuff. I think I'd probably be rather terrified at the end of it. Okay. Grateful to be back in my own warped headspace.
Yes, quite. So Viney is in second. We've got Wrenchy in third. Okay, Viney is putting in 10th by 10th. How's Nicky's tyres doing? Well, everyone's sort of on as even on the tyres.
They're very, on fuel as well. They're all almost identical on fuel consumption and tyres at the moment. When you compare that to what we had happening on Monday with poor old Andy,
yeah,
with what seemed to be just the most ridiculously unfair amount of wear and
it was absolutely horrific, wasn't it? I mean, that was just the most ridiculous thing. So the three laps of this sauce were absolutely gone. But no, this looks, which is weird because there's high-speed corners, so you'd think it would be absolutely rinsing Hang on, which way round is it? It's anti-clockwise.
Quite,
so the front right, you think it'd be going? It's going more, but it's not out of context or out of kilter more than anything else.
You're right. I mean, they are high-speed corners, but they're not particularly harsh ones, I would say. Like, you don't have sort of any nasty hairpin or...
No, but it's going to be scrubbing the rubber off, isn't it?
Yeah. Bit of contact with the wall from slowest engine.
So Viva Espana is in from his softs. Christ Almighty! So he must have been having a shocker. So you should look at
who's in for the softs.
Viva Espana.
Is he?
No, he's on his hards. No, who just stopped?
I haven't seen anyone stop.
Weird.
No one stopped.
I
you are tired, aren't you? You're seeing things that aren't there.
Yeah, so sorry, everyone listening to the stream. I'm going on holiday next week, and I suddenly realised I haven't had any time off at all this year. So I've been feeling very jaded for about the past 2 weeks, and no wonder at my rapidly increasing age. So I promised to come back from holiday refreshed. Well,
I was going to say something sarcastic, but I will restrain myself. And so I will show you some sympathy and empathy.
Go and treat yourself, Rob. I don't care.
Well, I was just saying, that sound is the sound of, no one playing a violin for you from our viewership. Suck it up, fat boy. Come on. Man up.
So Nicky is currently in first. We've got Viney in second. He's kind of maintaining that Nicky's not getting away, so this will be interesting. And
no, they're running comparable lap times.
Nicky's front right is certainly worn a bit more than Viney's, so that'll be good. And use my keyboard. Apologies, viewer. I think we've got 4 watching, so thank you so much. Not a massive grid this evening, so thank you for choosing to spend your evening with us.
Again, it's not the size of the grid, it's what you do with it. As my ex likes to tell me. Or I like to convince her, at least.
Okay, so interestingly... Okay, so everyone... okay. King Race is doing very well on fuel. I think he if he wants to, he can go another lap, but I'm not sure he'll want to on the hards. Everyone else is pretty much... No, Viva Espana must have stopped. He's got a full tank of fuel. I knew I wasn't dreaming it. So, Rob, take that back.
All right, I take that back. I was just testing you. There we go. Just making sure you're paying attention.
And
Honestly,
slowest engine has as well, so okay. Well, it seems to be a decent race going on between these two, which is
well,
good.
it's just because, I didn't... Viva Espana must have stopped very early because he already had wear on his hards. And, you're not going to get tyre wear that quickly on the hards. Unless he didn't change tyres, he just came in for fuel.
Well, you know
what
what?
Did he start on?
Greg, I don't know. Well, it must have been the softs, I assume, but Greg and Mr. Findlay, who's on chat, always used to rebuke me because I said the Ferrari was absolutely terrible on tyres. And they said, no, it's not, no, it's not. Maybe it's only when you really put it through its paces and turn correctly that it rinses its tyres. So
maybe. In the meantime, we have all the front runners coming in.
It's a trifecta. No, it's now a
quadrifecta.
Wixie's in as well. A quadrifecta. The quadrophenia.
Beat you to it.
Just come on. So King Race is going again. Look at this. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. But on the hards.
So presumably the one to watch here is going to be Wixie.
Absolutely,
presumably going to come out on softs.
So we got Nicky, who's out on his... Nicky's out on hards. We got Viney, who's out on hards. Redchi, who's out on hards. Wixie, who is on the softs. Sammy, who is yet to be confirmed. But I think was... we can find out.
So
no, he's on the softs.
Presumably, it'll be those that come out now for their hard stint will again be doing the minimum. before switching to the softs for the final stint. So Gr3 is 21 seconds behind the leader, King Racer, but he's got to stop.
Yeah.
He's 10 seconds effectively behind the virtual leader, which is Nicky.
Yep.
So, in theory, he should go sailing on past, because he's managed to keep a decent gap down to those in front.
He wasn't miles behind, was he?
Would you agree?
Yeah, I think it's going to be close.
Do you like his livery that he's got?
Yes, it's very good, isn't it?
That's McLaren. That's very nice.
Yeah, he's doing a great job as well.
I like this. I like the bridge section that you come up to for this layout. You've got that little sort of nasty bumpy bit as you go through to it. You've got to really hold it. Oh, we've lost Devlin. What's happened there?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. But because it's the same coming off the bridge as well, there's a bump. And when you come on it from the other way, so if you're doing this track the proper way around, you've really got to wait to put your foot on the gas until you've gone over the bump and the car settled down a bit. You just go absolutely, your ass goes flying into the barrier and that's it.
Although I'm sure the pros can probably just put their hammer down as soon as they're, around the apex and manage to hold it regardless of the unsettlement of the car. Is unsettlement a word? Have I just made it up?
Unsettlement.
Is that a word?
No, I don't think so, mate.
Sounds like it should be.
Unsettling.
Yeah, well, that's me all over. Yes,
Splatter is unsettling at the best of times. So look at that. He's pulling in. Okay, let's get back and see how our other runners and riders are doing.
So Gr3 is not far off of Gr3. Obviously wanted to stay with his new brother, Gr3 and Gr3. Those are come as a pair.
Yeah, but he's on the hards, isn't he?
He is, but he's doing a good job on the hards. He's
doing a good job, but I think it's going to...
Gr3 run away with it.
Okay, good stuff. Maybe the NSX is uber quick down the straights, I'm not sure. Oh, he's picked up a half-second penalty.
Oh, God, commentator's curse strikes again.
Right, that was Splatter, okay, everyone? That was Splatter. It's nothing to do with me.
You've rubbed off on me, Mark.
I have done no such thing, dirty swine.
Whatever commentator's curse elixir you've been, scoffing down on, I've just now got it as well.
I'd just like to confirm to the internet that I have never rubbed anything off on Rob.
Why are you so ashamed of it, Mark? Be honest. Be honest with your love for me.
God, Jesus Christ. Okay, moving swiftly on. Let's have a look. So King Racer
that's the definition of unsettlement. Because now it's definitely very unsettling. Yeah. Oh, my bloody screen's doing this wobbly thing again. What's going on there? Same as what it was doing Monday.
Are you sure it's not just your eyes?
Oh, possibly, I don't know.
You haven't taken acid again this evening, have you?
No, I'm going to have to show you. There's a cracking photo of me I finally managed to find after about 20 years of me. I don't know if I was 6 months old, but I had Einstein-like sort of blonde curly hair, massive cross eyes, a bogey sticking out my nose. I looked so special. It's hilarious. It's one of my favourite photos because I just looked like an absolute special case. So
as opposed to now, where you did?
I just that's not really for me to say. I just look slightly less special. Not quite as cross-eyed and gormless.
Beautiful stuff. So
anyway, yes.
We've got Sammy in 6, who's putting in on the back of King Racer. They're both on soft, so on is even there. Slowest Engine, who he says it's a fun car to drive, but I don't know. It looks like a pretty shit car to drive to me.
It looks like something out of my Lego box.
It looks It almost looks like that's the body design that the Subaru WRX Gr3 was based on. It's sort of, let's just slap a few plates on the side.
Yeah.
There's nothing, it doesn't look very aerodynamic at all.
Something that's been designed by a 5-year-old.
Yeah, exactly.
We need a spoiler on the front. What's this frigging ice cream scoop he's got on the front of it?
Yeah, who's we could just use this ruler. No curves, please. No curves.
As long as he's enjoying himself, that's the main thing.
Yeah, so Wixie is now only 5.8 seconds behind the lead. So that's halved in the last couple of laps since they've changed tyres. And was that 1 second up at the fastest lap as well? Was that blue or purple? I don't know.
That was blue.
Okay,
Nicky currently rocking the fastest lap at a 2:09.8. Wixie's best at the moment is a 2:11.8, so 2 seconds off still.
Okay, but that was his, I guess, his first sighting lap on prop.
That was his first flying on softs.
2:10.6. Okay, so still a delta there.
Now, for our longer-term listeners, there may be those that are disappointed at your lack of mentioning on this track, famously, the fallen Madonna with the big boobies corner. Because most of our viewership, I'm sure, are like us, who are childish middle-aged men who have to snigger at the word boobies at every mention.
Yes.
So remind us, where is that corner on this track?
Right. So as it's in reverse, it's when you come off sur le pont d'Avignon, so the bridge. So it's the complex of corners from the So it's from the bottom of the bridge. You go left, you go right, you go left, you go right. So it's that complex of corners.
Right.
The Ford and Madonna with the big boobies. And as I said earlier, I was trying to work out how to say it backwards, but it was taking me far too long, and I was never going to get it right. So
you'll end up with an embolism doing that.
Quite so. So Wixie's up to second.
Yeah, I was just going to say he's just managed to pull in past Viney.
Now under 4 seconds behind Nicky.
Not terribly surprising, as Viney's running the hard, so obviously didn't fight it too much.
Yeah.
Would have no doubt suspected that Wixie was on the soft stint. Oh, Wixie a little bit unsettled coming out of that section.
But that's the bump again. It's the bump.
That's the bump you mentioned, yeah.
You've got the bump going in, the bump going out. Which
and the bump that goes bump in the night.
Do the bump, do the bump.
Oh, please no singing. I'm so sorry. I really didn't want to encourage anything like that.
Oh, dear.
There's a Labrador outside that's howling now. I wonder what this noise is.
He probably just wondering, what a great song that was, and he's trying to join in. Need some of that action. So anyway.
So Nicky 3.2 now. This is a great effort from Wixie.
Because it depends. Because if it's going to be interesting to see when Nicky comes in.
Yes.
Or how far, because if Wixie can get like two laps, he's going to get laps before he has the change. He might be able to sort of overcut this, but we shall find out.
If I was Nicky, and again, I'm not exactly an expert on this, but once Wixie gets past, because that is probably inevitable at this point, as you say, it's like how long does he stay out on those hards before he thinks, right, I need to switch to the softs as well to give him any chance to keep on the back of his tail and hope that they last to the end. I mean, where are we? Lap 11 of 23. We've done how many?
Virtually half race distance.
Wixie came in on lap 6, so he's on his 5th lap on the softs, and we're about a third tyre wear.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's have a look.
So by lap 15 latest, would we say, to be pitting?
I would think so.
Okay. Well, let's see.
So Nicky this must kind of nice for Nicky to have some proper competition. Apart from obviously me in Group 2 on Tuesday.
Oh, I didn't ask you yet. How was your dream race combo on Tuesday?
It was fab. I was never going to beat Nicky at his favourite track, which Le Mans is.
I thought Red Bull Ring was his favourite track.
No. It's Le Mans.
Okay.
He loves Group 1 around Le Mans is his absolute favourite thing, and the Porsche 919, I think it is. But it was great. We had such a brilliant battle as we did the last time we raced there. But he was just a bit. He was in the Nissan GTR, and to be honest, it was a bit quicker down the straights. The NSX was. I shot off the line because I qualified second, shot past him on the line. But it was fantastic. No rain, unfortunately, which I was kind of actually hoping for.
Yeah, that always does.
But it was such a fab race, Yeah. So I was second, I think. So Nicky was first, I was second, Slowest Engine was third, and Darley Boy was fourth. So it was
congratulations.
It was good. It was really good fun, and I just love the Group 2 cars, the Group 2 16s, not the older ones so much.
Not the old ones, yeah.
They're all really quick. They all handle very similarly, and they're all fabulous. I just love that grouping of cars. It's absolutely fantastic.
Before they nerfed it, my favourite Group 2 was by far the Audi DTM.
Okay, yeah. No one was in this race, but I hadn't had.
Lovely car to drive. So rock solid. But yeah, they nerfed it. I'm sure in an update a while back.
And has it still got the DRS?
It has still got the DRS. Yeah, I don't know how much difference that really. Well, supposedly, I did test it a couple of times down. What's the straight after Radion in Spa?
Oh, yeah, Camel.
Yes, the Camel Straight. I did test it a couple of times because we'd go flat out up Eau Rouge, Radion, and it did seem to make a smidgen of difference, I believe.
But it wasn't the sort of 20 kilometres an hour they get in.
No, I don't think there's probably not enough downforce in the car to really warrant that.
Okay. So look at this. We've got Wixie, who is now 0.7 seconds behind Nicky.
So yeah, I mean, timings could be right. I mean, he's going to be potentially going past Nicky at some point in this lap. Lap 14.
You'd think, wouldn't you? You'd think.
Yeah. So coming in for tyres, end this lap, end the next lap.
There's a big bump there as well before they went round to Croix.
The track is full of boobs, full of bumps. Because didn't you name every single corner on this track?
Yes, I've still got the bit. I've still got the bit of paper. No, it wasn't this one. It was the longer one. So it
was the full layout, right?
Was it the C layout? I can't remember. So yeah, the last four corners were the four Musketeers. Don't forget, there's one at the bottom of the straight just before the Musketeers, with Macron's wife as a pedo.
Yes. I literally just remembered. I remember because doing it on the stream, I was like, my God, if ever there's a time when we get cancelled as a channel, that was it.
I cannot honestly believe we didn't. But I didn't even think about it at the time, because I just think I can come on here and say whatever I bloody like. And then it was only afterwards when someone mentioned the cancel day, I thought, oh shit. Yeah.
Oh, imagine if we had like 1 million subscribers and you'd have to make some YouTube apology announcement thing. I sincerely regret my actions.
I'd love that.
I've got away and thought about what I've done.
And I don't actually mean it, but I apologise.
Deeply ashamed. I apologise to my family.
Yes, I've let everyone down.
Do you remember the Little Britain sketch with David Walliams as the MP?
Yeah, I accidentally fell onto, and his cock was impaled in my backside. Exactly that.
I mean, just to see that play out, I would definitely do the sort of Matt Lucas role for just shits and giggles.
Would you dress up as my wife?
Well, I mean, yes. You know, greater sacrifices have to be made. That's fine. Anyway, we should get back to the action, shouldn't we?
Yeah, absolutely. So we got Wixie, who is pulling in and pulling in and pulling in, but his tyres are great. Is he gonna? So how many laps do you remember when he stopped?
I think it was the end of lap 6.
Yes,
because lap 7 was 2:38, so that was his out lap. Yeah.
Okay.
Bloody hell! I've actually remembered something. Maybe
well done, you. So yeah, he's probably due a stop. If I was him, I'd probably do it now.
Yeah.
Get a lap in on fresh softs,
because there's no real benefit to going past Nicky now. Unless it's very obvious.
The McLaren has been unnerved. It was actually holding station out of slipstream with the BMW there, which is pretty much the fastest car in the game.
But the Beamer is running the hards, so that would account for some of the top speed loss. It looks like he's not going to get through here. He's going to have the outside line. Nicky's going to hold the inside.
I'd probably try and brake late and make Nicky crash.
It?
No. Just see if Nicky has the brake. See, look, he did. Oh, he did. He overshot it a bit. I would come in now, definitely.
I agree. I definitely come in now. Fresh rubber with the gap.
But is Nicky will be doing the same thing, will he? I don't know. I don't think Nicky's going to be chancing it.
Well, would Nicky just be watching to see what he's doing and play it accordingly? Because he's not going to get any benefit from.
It's a bit difficult to do that when you're ahead, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. To be fair, Nicky's his fuel is looking low, so he might have no choice. He's staying out for another lap. And so Wixie does come in. Wixie comes in.
Did he cut the pit line there?
Oh, we'll see when he comes out.
He looked like he came across. Oh dear. Okay, well we don't want to sit in the pits. Let's go back.
We wait with bated breath. But Nicky will have to come in this lap. Yeah, lap 15. God, I actually called it. My God, it sounds like I know what I'm totally talking about for once.
Wow.
I know. Have to pick our viewers off the floor. The collapse with the sheer shock of me sounding vaguely sensible.
Well, at least there isn't that many of them at the moment. So
true. Let's see then if Wixie did cut the corner. Or cut the pit lane, sorry. No, he didn't. No penalty.
He didn't. Okay, fabulous. So there was so many lines going into that pit. It looked like he might have.
That could be your eyesight.
Epic. No. And it's not because of the cider either. Before you say anything, so you've got King Racer in 4th, whose softs are absolutely rinsed. So I suggest we'll be stopping.
Yep.
Wixie now out on his brand new boots. And we'll be trying to throw down.
Yeah, he'll be maximising this clear air.
Because what he should be seeing is him racing past the pit exit with Nicky behind him.
Yeah.
Because there was under a second, I think. So.
Yeah, for sure.
See how Nicky's getting on.
Oh, we've had a lurker join the room.
No, he's one of the guys. He's one of our new drivers.
Oh, is he? Another new one?
Yeah. We've had a load.
So sorry.
We've had a load recently, which is quite exciting. God knows why we've only got. Is Nicky going to run out of petrol?
Oh my God, he's on.
He's absolutely on vapor, and Viney is.
He's not short shifting, so. Hopefully he's timed this to perfection. Yeah, he's all right. Yeah, he's coming around into the. He's going to be pretty much dry.
0.
I've been thinking about 1%. 0, nothing at all. Well done, Nicky. Talk about timed it.
Absolutely, that was. I guess it was coasting into the pits there.
Spot on. So yeah, Viney's gone through for another lap. He'll be coming in next one.
Wrenchy's in. King Racer must be in.
Another one, he just timed it to 0. God, everyone's being spot on with their
here we go.
Their fuel timings. So yeah.
So Wixie here we go.
Down the
yes.
pit straight.
And yeah, Wixie goes through, and Nicky's just coming out now. Okay, interesting. Game on.
Game on, fellas.
So there's 4 seconds.
4 seconds, and Nicky is still rocking the fastest time, fastest lap by a fair old chunk, 2:09.8. Wixie's current best, 2:10.6. So almost a second difference. If Nicky can slam down those times, he's got every chance to be pulling on the back of him.
Well, he's dropping back at the moment, but you kind of expect that because his tyres haven't engaged yet. Yeah, so.
Yeah.
But.
Oh, it'd be lovely. It'd be nice to get a grandstand finale.
Oh, wouldn't it? A new driver and a well-established driver battling it out around this magnificent track
for the last few laps.
Yes, it is. Like,
just to add to the drama, you know.
Flash Gordon versus Ming the Merciless. So topical. I noticed on Prime they had. You're a lot younger than me, aren't you? So we used to have
chronologically. Sort of, mentally,
age-wise, yes. We used to have, when me and my brother, who's like a year or two younger than me, half terms and stuff, they used to have all sorts of rubbish on the TV, like the Monkeys used to be on all the time, but there was always Flash Gordon as well, the old sort of 1930s Flash Gordon, and it was on, and we used to absolutely love it. I mean, we were transfixed to it. And it was actually on Prime, and I watched it, and I was like, how on earth did I spend so much time watching this utter go down? So Viney's just coming out of the pits. He's going to be able to he's ahead of Nicky, and he's defending like an absolute Trojan. Look at that. Well, I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that at all. So this is going to put a real spanner in Nicky's works.
Stealthy Sonic manoeuvre. He really made that overcut lap work in his favour.
He must have been flying.
He absolutely must have been flying. He's fueled a bit less than the others, so that would have cut down the time a little bit as well. But Nicky's going to take. He's just nibble at his hindquarters. Viney's tyres are still coming up to temperature, obviously. Nicky has the inside line for the next corner. And that Beamer, as you say, is good in a straight line compared to the Porsche.
I'm surprised how good the Porsche is, but the Porsche.
Oh, look
at that! If he manages to hold it, don't it? Oh.
Excellent racing, chaps.
Absolutely superb racing, chaps. Well done.
Oh, I think I've just wet myself, which is a coincidence. It's got nothing to do with the racing. I think I'm having a moment, but yeah, that was brilliant.
Epic. But he's going nowhere. This is the last thing that Nicky wanted right now.
But he has gone ahead.
I thought but he's going to have to defend, I suspect.
Well, it depends if Viney can keep pace. Viney's best laps.
Because Viney and Nicky had a ding dong last week as well, didn't they?
They did, yes. So because Viney's just done 4. Did Viney just do a stint on? No, he started on hards, didn't he?
No, he did the hard stint. Yeah, he did the hard stint in the middle.
Well, looking at his lap times, I'm struggling to see where his soft times were. He was doing better on the hards than he was on the softs. look at his lap times.
Okay, interesting. Oh, Nicky's just picked up a 1 second penalty.
Oh no!
That's done. That's
really stuffed him for
So just pop back up to Wixie.
So I mean, looks like
7
Viney
seconds
just
ahead.
Absolutely loved, of all things, he loved the hard stint.
Well, the Porsche always was notorious for being probably the best car you can drive on hards. So not that it should be faster than softs, but it's better than anything else. So and that certainly proves that, because I didn't expect in a million years him to come out in front of Nicky. And
Viney's just going through on Nicky with the penalty. Oh, it's going from bad to worse for Nicky at the moment.
And they better have the bloody penalty line in a cracking place with all these long straights.
Oh my God, we've made it almost 3/4 of the way through the freaking race.
I'm just saying,
mentioning the freaking penalty line, with and you freaking well have.
All these massive bloody straights, the obvious place to put them, like they do in the Nordschleife, is on the, not Dottinger, what's the straight called in the...
yeah, I can't remember, I know what you mean, but yeah, the big old fat straight, yeah.
Big fat straight. But it's just that Nicky's going to drop 2.5 seconds back, 3 seconds maybe back from Viney.
Because that sounds like my gender identity, big fat straight. On my Tinder profile.
Is that maybe that's
big fat straight.
Maybe that's where you're going wrong.
Oh, absolutely. There's so many. Don't pull on that thread. There's so many places I'm going wrong. You wouldn't believe. But enough about my. Disastrous love life. So, moving back up to the front. Wixie now 7.5 seconds to the goods, and frankly now pretty comfortable, I'd say.
Is he going to do the fastest lap of the race? No, he's not.
No, but he's keeping consistent 2:10s, 2:11, which is certainly going to be decent enough at the moment.
Well,
what can Viney do? Viney's just rocked to 2:10, so he's now getting up to those sorts of times. Could Viney suddenly be coming into an epic finish? I think that there's too much for either of them to do. Would you agree? Barring any obviously mistake from Wixie.
Yeah, well, he's driven a cracking race. To be fair, he's looked very stable. I haven't seen him go off track. I haven't seen him pick up penalties. He's been absolutely on it. So
that's annoying, isn't it? I don't really like him for that. I mean, all these people coming in, they're talented and don't go flying off at 300 miles an hour and they can actually race properly. What a bastard.
I don't think I'd want to have a beer with him.
Only because you're worried he's going to talk about VR like I do.
Oh God, Christ, you get you two going. Kent and VR. Jesus.
Oh, but it's so immersive. It's so immersive. Yeah, shut
Swivel! So Viney is 2.3, 2.4. The Nicky, who is that whole thing, I think Viney coming out in front of him must have surprised the living hell out of him.
I agree. But what a move out of the bag from Viney. Yet another occasion where we really hadn't predicted that, I don't think at all. Didn't see that one coming, and he's absolutely crushed it.
He's flown round there. It's been what a fantastic lap that must have been. Absolutely wonderful. Are you eating mini eggs?
Well, yeah. He's got some nitrous on the car that we're not aware of. It was brilliant. So, Renchi
consolidating his place in fourth.
That's the word. Better than the word I was going to use, so we'll go with yours. Consolidated fourth.
Just out of interest, what were you going to go with?
I don't even know. I can't even think of it now. It's gone out of my head. He's safe in fourth. He's maintained fourth. He's stuck in fourth. I don't know.
King Racer. Hang on. We've got a race going on here, Sammy.
A race. Oh, Sammy's indicating. Is that to tell you that you're going to go past him on the right-hand side, Sammy?
I imagine Sammy might have a Logitech G29 and the indicator button is right under the X. So it's
a bit of finger dyslexia again. Oh, he's heard me. He's now switched it off.
Well done.
Good man.
So I think I do that all the time.
So we can see if that hopefully comes to anything. Slowest engine in the Lego brick.
Yes. So honestly, it looks like it's been put together by a sixth form.
I don't like to be critical, but it's just a hideous That's just... like if Lada made a racing car, that's what they come up with.
Lada. God, there's a name I haven't heard in God knows how long. Absolutely. Lada. It was Lada and Skoda, wasn't it, who made absolutely unapologetically shit cars in the 1980s.
I remember a Jasper Carrot joke when there was back in the day when Nissan's tagline was "You can in a Nissan." And he was like, "Well, can you use that for other brands? You know, you can in a Nissan, but it's harder in a Lada. You can't in a Trabant." You know, it always tickled me. So Viva España bringing up the rear, a full 1 minute 25 behind. It's not had the best of races, our Spanish compadre.
Yeah, again, I think yeah, exactly. I think, and he's just God Almighty. I just put him on screen, off he goes. Again, just saying,
that's power, Mark, viewers. That's
the power I wield is quite extraordinary. Slowest engine.
You're like Bruce Almighty.
Mark Almighty. I might change my name.
Oh, yes.
Mark Almighty. Yes, that might be a good one.
Not to be confused with Mark Almond.
No, God.
No, that's pretty similar.
I don't have the fame. I don't have the same fake cheeks and now, sadly, terrible voice.
Yeah.
He's always reeled out, and Jules' hootenanny, isn't he, to sing "Say Hello Goodbye," and I'm like, oh God, I can't listen to this again because he it's just not the same.
Yes.
But Lionel Richie's exactly the same. He's bloody awful. Absolutely, I don't know why people go and see him. He's absolutely just like someone's taken a bat to his vocal cords and face. Frankly, it's absolutely extraordinarily shit. Not that I wouldn't go and see him anyway.
I was saying about being cancelled earlier. You know?
Do you think Lionel Richie is a big voice in YouTube?
I'm sure he has plenty of followers, and I'm just cognizant of his unique characteristics where people could construe your comments as being somewhat controversial, should we say. Get back to Macron's wife being a pedo. That's much safer territory. We can get away with that.
Yeah, quite. Okay. Well, so Wixie is doing a cracking job. 5.3 ahead with 2.5 laps to go. Viney is doing a decent job as well, though. He's absolutely on it.
I mean, he's not holding back.
This hasn't been the race for Nicky. Oh, no! Oh, God! Look again! I put him on the screen and he twats the barrier. Good God. Sorry, Nicky.
You're starting to scare yourself because now you're actually genuinely thinking this is a real skill and ability you've got.
So next time I do it, just to please myself, I'm going to hold out my fingers like Palpatine in The Return of the Jedi. And
I can feel your anger.
Yes. Then you will die. And I'm gonna do that. And I'll just be. I might actually film it. That might be a good thing. It'll make me laugh if no one else. But I need to get a black.
It's probably a good idea that Rachel doesn't watch the stream.
I need to get a black hood. I need to get a black hoodie and put sort of make my hands look older than they are and put some fake nails on.
Just put them in bath water for half an hour and that'll be fine, you know.
Dear God. Okay. Right.
Come on, we should pay attention to the race. We've got a penultimate lap, so
we got Viney is putting in. He's getting ever closer, but I don't think unless Wixie makes some sort of faux pas somewhere, it's going to happen.
Having said that,
you will die. No, it didn't work.
I can feel the hatred flow through you.
If you will not be turned, you will die.
I just realised how camp my version of Palpatine sounded.
Darth Vader.
That was Carry On Up the Jedi, wasn't it? Oh dear. Oh, right. So Viney, I mean, he's keeping going. He's just dropped to 2:11.3, so he's had a bit of a bad lap. That's really put paid to it. I was going to say that Wixie's tyres are looking quite poor now. He might be struggling on this last lap a little bit, but will it be enough to make a difference?
That is true. Well, Viney's are slightly better. I don't know. We'll find out, won't we? He's kind of pulling in.
I mean, Nicky's are the worst of the front three.
Oh my God!
But he's not known as Nicky Rince for no reason.
Nicky Rince, yeah.
Listen, our controller buddy.
Is he still on automatic? He's still on bloody automatic as well. How does he do this?
For me, it also as well. It's boring. It's boring not changing gear, and apart from the fact that we've mentioned this before, that you don't get the ability to quickly upshift coming out of a corner to increase the traction to the rear, or to stabilise the car.
He would be so much
disadvantage.
He would be so much faster on a bloody wheel.
Yeah.
He would absolutely crush it, surely.
I mean, he's an A-rated driver on controller, which isn't unusual. There's plenty of racers that are still on controller, but I'm pretty sure that the majority will still have manual shifting. They're not going to be doing automatic. So
I don't know why he doesn't do the.
Fair play to Nicky for being that skilled and running what is, to all intents and purposes, it's a disadvantage running the automatic transmission. So
maybe he's tried it and he didn't like it. I don't know.
Maybe he just wants the challenge of it. But every time that they have a daily race or the weekly races, that's like using a electric car and it's automatic. Obviously, it's just boring. You don't really do much apart from steer and brake, and it's just Okay. So last lap now.
I think Wixie's done this.
Yep. He's got very limited fuel, but I'm sure he would have calculated that.
He's going to squeak that home, no problem.
Calculated that well.
Beautiful
He's
stuff.
Not short shifting,
in second. We've got Nicky now 10 seconds back. Frenchy in fourth.
Shame, hoping for that grandstand finish, but not quite.
No, but it was decent. It was decent. So we have our new boy Wixie in his beautifully protect McLaren 650S. With Viney hot on his tails, just needs to negotiate the last corner. You will die! No. Okay.
Well done. What a first race.
Well done, Wixie. Beautiful stuff. And Viney, what a race from you too, Sunshine. Absolutely wonderful stuff. Nicky, ditto. I think he'll be quite disappointed, but he certainly gave it his all. The state of his tyres, he didn't leave anything behind.
That final stint really... unfortunately unsettled it, and
he's reversing over the line. Oh no, he's just managed to cross it. Well done. Renchi into fourth. Well done. Well done, Renchi.
Well done,
Good stuff, mate. King Racer just coming around into fifth. Ty's just holding on. And Savvy into sixth. Beautiful stuff. Slowest engine. It was 43 seconds.
It sounds terrible as well. Again, it sounds like a hairdryer.
It's not great, is it? There's nothing good to say about it at the moment. We'll have to ask him.
I don't like to be critical,
for some positives.
Yeah.
You ain't winning in that. Cheese grater, or whatever we're calling it.
I mean, there's going to be none of the ladies are going to be getting a massive wide on, when he pulls up to the side with that thing.
Did you just say that?
You never heard that before?
Yes, no, I absolutely have.
Sorry, apologies, viewer.
Bloody hell! Look at Viva Espania's tyres. This is what I was saying about the Ferrari. Every jack of them was bloody gone. He can't accelerate because his right rear is gone.
He's garbage, yeah.
Is he going to actually be able to finish? Is he going to be able to finish? I put 3 minutes, but that might be pushing it at what's he doing? 64 miles an hour. He's got a long way to go.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can hit the apex on every corner going at 63 miles an hour. It doesn't look like he's bothered, to be fair, and I can't blame him.
No.
Wow.
Oh dear. Bad luck. Viva España.
That is. I told you the Ferrari Group 3 car is terrible.
Okay.
It was the Group 4. The Ferrari Group 4 is good. The Ferrari Group 3 is awful.
Okay. Just calm yourself. Go to your happy place.
I'm perfectly calm. My happy place.
Where is that?
Skegness? Spearmint Rhino in Bournemouth.
Spearmint Rhino. Do you know, I've never had the pleasure.
Oh, come down with me, mate. I've got a platinum card.
Oh, really?
No, of course I haven't. Well done, Wixie, on your first win in your first race.
And he's pulled off the trifecta as well. Victory, clean race, pole position.
Pole position, fastest. Did he get fastest lap?
Oh, he didn't get fastest lap.
Didn't get fastest lap. Yeah, thank you, James. Thank you so much for joining us, mate. I really appreciate that. I hope you're well, my friend. I hope you're well. How's things going? Is ZFS you joined or MRL?
It was ZFS.
ZFS. I hope it's going well, mate.
Yes.
I really do. You're throwing down, my friend. I hope you're throwing down, which I'm sure you are. Right. So, quickly to the results. Gen X Racing, Group 3 100 mile challenge, season 15, round 9 at St. Croix B Reverse. Or St. Croix, if you're from Kent. In first, it's new boy Wixie in the McLaren 650S. Which James am I talking to then? Sorry, mate. This is... Oh, God. I do apologise. In the McLaren 650S, best lap of 2:10.3, and a great first race with us, mate. I hope you enjoyed it. I can't imagine you didn't. In second, Viney throwing down in Group 3, the Porsche 911 with a 2:10.5. In third, it's Nicky in the BMW M6 with the best lap of 2:09.8, which is the fastest lap of the evening. Well done, Nicky. In fourth, Renchi in the Honda NSX at 2:10.9. Well done, Renchi. In fifth, King Racer, the Nissan GTR, 2:11.9. In sixth, it's Sammy in the... Oh, Renchi's dad. Oh, good grief. I do apologise, James. We had a guy who used to race us called James, and I just assumed it was him. I'm so sorry, but welcome aboard. And I hope you're proud of your boy this evening. He's doing very well. Just to give you my little sort of teacher's midterm report, he's doing very well. Who did I get to? We got Sammy in sixth in the BMW M6, 2:11.3. We have slowest engine in seventh in his Skyline Super Silhouette, 2:12.8. Viva España in the tyre rinser, which is the Group 3 458, 2:14.8. And I think, Devlin didn't finish, so that's our lot for this evening. Right.
So you're prepared to do parents' evening now that Renchi's dad has shown up?
I thought, when he says his dad's shown up, I think it's unfair of me to do anything else. I think just say, well, give him a must try harder, or is constantly distracted in class. That sort of thing.
Well done in the racing, but only gets a B in French. He needs to try.
Exactly right. Exactly. So James, hello. Sorry, I thought you were someone else. But fantastic to have you aboard, my friends. Well done. Well done. Right. Lol, indeed. Right. So,
are you inviting gentlemen in for a chat?
Right. So, are you in Gen X chatter yet?
No, still not.
For Christ's sake!
But don't worry about me. Is there one open so you can do the interviews?
Yeah.
I'll do that, then I'll jump off, mate. It's fine.
Are you sure?
I will. I'll leave you to it. You take the lead on the interviews. I don't have the O levels for
that. Okay, mate. Well, I'll speak to you in a bit because it's as I say, I'm going to be on Hollybob, so Yeah.
Oh, so is it? You're not doing anything for Monday?
You know what? I'd love to, but
don't. No.
Is
that staying before your holiday? Yeah.
I'm flying at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Oh no! In that case, then no. You've got a decent reason. In which case, on behalf of myself and the viewing public, have a smashing holiday, my friend.
Thank you.
Rest up.
I will try.
And we'll see you when you get back.
Brilliant stuff. Okay, Splatter. Cheers, bud. See you soon.
Take care, mate.
Bye.
Bye.
Right.
It that way than the normal way.
Hello.
Yeah, I think I do.
Hello.
Yeah, Mark,
hello.
Right.
Sorry, I was just apologising to Wrenchy's dad for thinking he was someone else on chat.
Oh, right.
So your dad was with us for most of the evening, Wrenchy.
I think he watches every single one.
Yeah, well, I thought it was James Findlay, who used to race with us, Relentless or whatever he was called. So I kept on saying, I hope you're doing okay in ZFS, and he was like, what? He said, I'm Wrenchy's dad, and I was like, okay, cool. So sorry about this. So well, not many of you on tonight. That's a sad thing. But Viney,
hello.
Continuing your vein of wonderful form.
You
nearly did it. You nearly did it. You nearly did it. Absolutely fantastic stuff. How did it go? Must have been nice beating Nicky, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's I don't know what happened to him at the end. He just seemed to just drop back.
I'd say his tyres were really quite bad.
Were they?
But I have to say, because Nicky went in, came out on softs, you stayed out, and came out ahead of him from the pits, which I wasn't expecting at all. You must have absolutely hammered that lap on hards. It was absolutely brilliant, and that got you the second, to be honest. I thought that was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, all the hards, I was just saving fuel, and then that last lap I did push. I was just like, I'm just going to go now because I'm pitting anyway. Whether that made the difference or not, I don't know. But I know when Nicky was sort of like under fire by that new guy, I don't know his name, sorry.
Wixie.
I was there sort of like going, shall I go? And I just thought, no, just keep a level head, keep saving fuel, keep doing what you're doing. And it worked out.
Brilliant. It was fantastic. It was absolutely fantastic. So,
thanks,
congratulations. What a brilliant race that was.
Thank you very much.
And Richie.
Hello.
Would you like to say hello to your dad on the internet? Just to make his evening. Hello, James. I always mention, my mum's one of our subscribers, although she doesn't know she's one of my subscribers. But it's always nice to have family involvement. So, James, thank you so much. And sorry for completely misguessing who you were. But how did it go tonight, Wrenchy? You did a great finish again.
Yeah, no, it was really, really good. I mean, I didn't actually really know the track until sort of a little bit before before the first practice. So it was pretty cool. I could get to grips with it really, really quite quickly. Didn't really have a pitch strategy, so I just sort of sent it and seen what I came out at.
Okay.
So yeah, I had some really, really good battles at the start. The NXX has got some absolutely brilliant traction on start off.
Yes,
it is absolutely brilliant. But then dropped back a little bit going into the first corner, trying to avoid any collisions. But then made the spaces up quite nicely. So yeah, no, it was a really, really nice flowing track. I think I got to grips with it really, really good. And I can't complain at fourth, the highest finish in Group 3 at least.
Good man. Fantastic. Fantastic stuff.
So yeah, really, really good.
It is one of those tracks where it's not like the Nordschleife where you can actually forget where you are, but it's not a million miles away, because it's quite, oh god, what's coming next? And if you haven't done it very much, then fourth was an absolutely epic finish for you. Well done.
Yeah. I mean, the hards were absolutely, I just couldn't get to grips with them, but I was like, I'm trying to keep the position, just trying to just sort of alter my lines, alter my braking points, and I was just like, keep going. Because I could see the time dropping down, and then I was like, right, let's just get to lap whatever it was, 16 or whatever, and then just go back to the softs. And I was so happy I went back on the softs. It was absolutely brilliant. So much more grip.
Yeah, absolutely. Well done, mate. Another cracking finish for you. Well done.
Yeah.
Cool. And slowest engine.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You still loving that car?
I am. Yeah, it's brilliant.
It's not very quick though, is it?
No, it's not competitive. I knew it wouldn't be in Group 3, but I just really enjoy driving it.
Okay. But, we were trying to think what it actually looks like, and cheese grater was one of the things we came up with this evening. I don't know how you feel about that. If you're having fun, that's the main thing.
Yeah, it's brilliant fun. I love the car. I love the old cars anyway. So.
You love the road cars as well, don't you? You weirdo.
I don't mind the road cars at all. Really, they're okay. They're fun.
Okay, so any thoughts on? Are you going to pick the Unimog for next month's next season's challenge?
As long as it's not bopped, yes.
Okay, but in all seriousness, did you have a good race tonight? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was fun. There's loads of fun. I was battling a bit on the first few laps with the back market, or the guys at the back, but obviously that dropped off fairly quickly. I had to do a 3-stop because there was no way I was going to make the fuel last to do a 2-stop. So, but that was fun. Enjoyed it.
Good stuff. Good stuff. But well done, mate. Well done. And congratulations on your finish.
Cheers.
Right. Well, so thank you to everyone who watched tonight, and I will just say, sorry to Wrenchy's dad again for thinking he was someone completely different. A bit weird. So thank you to Wrenchy's dad. Can you change your Facebook name to Wrenchy's dad so I know who it is next time? Can we thank you to Sammy for joining. There wasn't many on the chat tonight, but it was great to have that interaction with you all. So yeah, James, change it to Wrenchy's dad. All will be good with the world. I was going to say do join us next week, but I'm actually rather selfishly, I'm going on holiday on Tuesday. For a week. Well, no. So the next week is Interlagos, but I'm going to Kefalonia, not Interlagos.
Oh no!
So I don't think I'm not going to be available for Monday night comms, Thursday night comms, or the Monday following. So it'll probably be 2 weeks today when I'm able to do it again. So if anyone else wants to crack, I'm sure our 176. Subscribers would be more than delighted to hear someone else have a crack. But just to say, thank you all for joining us, and yes, I will see you in a couple of weeks. Well done, all guys.
I hope you have a good holiday, mate.
Thank you.
Thank you, bud.
Have a good holiday, Mark.
Cheers, Viney.
See you next week, lads.
See ya.
See you next week. Congratulations, everyone.
See ya. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.